Hey, it's good to be back with you. Jesse T here. The Brown Beauty is back on duty. A beautiful Saturday in Southern California. The sun is shining, the blue skies everywhere. Temperatures rolling in about 70, 65 degrees. Couldn't ask for better temperatures, better skies, better air quality, and a better place to live on God's blue-green earth, except there's just too many people here. That's the only bummer about living in paradise. There are way too many people, just all jammed packed in here. And occasionally you have nice days like today, but man, usually it's just so crowded everywhere. Everywhere you go, there's cars and cars and more cars and more cars. Hey, I just wanted to let you know, we had a good day so far today. I got that new property I'm selling down in Harbor City, right near the beach. I mean, 10 minutes from the beach, for the $309,950. A beautiful condo, starter condo for a bachelor pad for a single guy, or college students if you're looking to help your kids out in college and get them a nice place to live while they're going to school down here in the South Bay. The South Bay is really one of the better places to live in Southern California. It's really nice down here. And with the beautiful blue Pacific Ocean so close, it just makes things so much better and so much nicer than living in some other parts of LA, which are just a lot more depressing, you know. But we've got a nice condo for sale. Give me a call. I'll post up some new pictures and videos of this great place to live. Only 5% down, and you can move in cheaper than rent. Seriously, cheaper than rent. If you're a single woman, it's totally safe for you. 24-hour security, elevators, beautiful parking lot, tandem. If you got more than one car, bike, or whatever. It's just a great place, corner lot, great street, safe neighborhood. Lots of places to go eat and hang out and just be cool, you know? So I've got that coming up here. I'll get more information for you. I'll post up some pictures later on tonight when I get back to the Jesse T compound. But I just want to talk a little bit about what's happening here on Wednesday on the Jesse T Show, live at 5. We've got the great Freda Payne coming in. Oh, multi-winning Grammy artist Freda Payne, for a very special one-on-one interview with me, Jesse T. We're going to be playing a lot of her music too, and videos, and talking about Freda, her great career. And I believe she's going to be making an appearance down at the 4th annual Roger Neal pre-Oscar viewing and dinner party, and the post-after party. Freda's going to be there, so we want to kind of talk about that too as well coming up here. But Freda is going to be in the studio, the Jesse T Show, KTNT radio and TV network, on the platform Power of Voices across our network of 25 social media TV networks, downline radio and online radio on the global radio network of thepowerofvoices.com. We want you to check it out. Freda's a great entertainer. What a great voice, and she really has lasted the test of time. And just a terrific, talented, and beautiful woman. Oh, I remember her so well in the 1980s with her big hits. Man, Freda Payne coming in a Jesse T Show live in studio at 5 o'clock. You want to ask her a question, 424-227-9461. Write it down. And this Sunday coming up, it's Oscars on the 24th, and we're going to be down in Hollywood at the Oscars, and then we're going to go over to the 4th annual Real Deal Roger, big time baby, Mr. Promoter of Hollywood Extravaganza, Roger Neal. 4th annual. Pre-dinner and viewing, Oscar party and after party at the Hollywood Palladium, man. There hasn't been a viewing party for the Oscars, or a party for the Oscars at the Hollywood Palladium almost 65 years. All the major studios used to have their big celebrations at Oscars there at the Hollywood Palladium way back in the day. So we are going to walk the hallowed halls of the Hollywood Palladium and maybe we'll find some paranormal experience in the ghosts, but it's going to be a good time. We're going to be there broadcasting live on the huge red carpet, 300 stars showing up, and some Oscar nominees, and hopefully some Oscar winners after the Oscars are going to be showing up down there at the 4th annual Roger Neal viewing and dinner party and red carpet and after party. We're going to be partying and dancing with the stars as we enjoy the music of brand new recording R&B artist Roger Neal Jr., a terrific big band orchestra, and the multi-Grammy award-winning Shalimar superstar and R&B solo artist Howard Hewitt. I haven't talked to Howard Hewitt in probably 25 years, so it'd be good to rekindle my relationship with the HH, Mr. Howard Hewitt. Anyway, it's going to be a good time. We want you to be there. We'll be broadcasting live starting at 11 o'clock on Oscar Sunday, the 24th of February, going all the way to probably 1 o'clock in the morning. We'll be on and off all day, then continuous coverage at the red carpet when it starts at in early afternoon hours. More details coming up, okay? So we want you to be a part of it. We'll be on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, Google+, Diggy, Read It. We'll be on Skype, Messenger, Instagram, I mentioned already, Pinterest. We'll be on WhatsApp. We'll be on Twitch. We'll be on the Power of Voices, the Global Radio Network, and on radio stations across America, so we want you to check it out. Dan the Man's going to be on the red carpet with me, and we'll be picking here in the next couple of days, actually the next day or two, lucky winner who subscribed on our membership page at YouTube, Jesse Torero, our podcast page. We'll be on YouTube too, podcasting live, and we want you to be a part of it. One of the new members who subscribed on our podcasting page, in the next couple of days, I'm going to pick a lucky winner to go hang out with us on the red carpet and get up close and personal with the stars, baby. I won't push you to work too. Okay, so that's coming up. And I cannot forget about Monday, President's Day. I want to put some more Benjamins and presidents in your pocket. So we're going to be, of course, doing the President's Day show, $1 Million Money Making Monday. We're going to be talking real estate. We're going to be talking precious metals. We're going to be talking IPOs. We're going to be talking new cool businesses to start. We're going to be talking how to get money from the government. Yeah. We're going to be talking a little taxes, how to save some money from the government. Yeah. So we got some good things coming up, and we want you to be a part of it on Monday, $1 Million Money Making Monday. And that's what's happening. Let's go live right now with David Smith. He dumped out of there, David. I was going to go live with you, brother. See what you're doing. See what's happening. So get back to me. Saying hi to Barbara Matera, Louis De Stefano, and so many others who always check us out and tune into us. We really appreciate everybody who follows the show. And we want to always remind everybody, please pass the word along. We got to get that audience bigger. We must grow it. We want to really build our subscriberships on our podcast page, our YouTube Jesse Torero page, YouTube Jesse Torero, and the Jesse T Show. We want to do that this year. And the more people watching, the more stuff I can give away. Because I want to give away a lot of free stuff. I want to give away some cash, too. That's what I want to do. I want to give away some cash. And so we got to get that subscription page up and going so we can do that. Saying hi to Deborah Vaughn. All right, Deborah, good to have you along. Appreciate that. Deborah Vaughn Valet. I like that. That's a cool name. DVV. What else we got going on? It wouldn't be me on something that's really bugging me. I won't belabor it too much, but I don't understand this anti-Trump, anti-wall thing. President Obama wanted to protect the border. President Bush wanted to protect the border. President Clinton wanted to protect the border. President Bush wanted to protect the border. President Reagan wanted to protect the border. President Kennedy, President Ford, President Johnson, President Nixon, President Carter wanted to protect the border. President Eisenhower wanted to protect the border. And now everybody's up in arms because President Trump wants to protect the border. Everybody says there's not a national emergency. Please, please, please say that to an angel mom who's lost their son or daughter. Please say that to a wife or husband who's lost his spouse who is a police officer or a DEA or military. Please say that to the ranchers who are on the border, who their lands have been completely overrun with the drug cartels, and people have died on their border, on their ranches on the border. Please say that to the moms and dads of the kids who've overdosed on fentanyl and heroin and meth and crack. Please, please say that to these people. Please tell them that they're wrong. Please look them in their face and say, you know something? You don't got it. You don't get it. Please, please tell them that. And please, when you do that, please invite me to video the whole thing. Because you talk about the response that you are going to get from these people, and you tell me there's not a national emergency, all the jokes and everything. The only reason why they're protesting is because they hate Donald Trump. Because the demon crazies are socialist commies. That's what they've turned into now. And this is the only reason why. They just want power. They just want control. They just want their pocketbooks to continue and greed. How can you go into Congress and the Senate, maybe worth a couple $100,000, and come out 10 to 15 years later worth $150 to $200 million? How does that happen? Yeah, you'll do everything in the world to protect your position. Everything. You'll lie, cheat, backstab, steal, rob, rape. It doesn't really matter. You'll do whatever it takes. So, I mean, that's all it's about. I just wish folks would understand that. You know, it's not hating Donald Trump. Robert Goldman's on. Hey, buddy. Robert's a great guy. Dr. Bob, baby. How you doing, brother? You know, it's not about just hating Trump. It's not about that. Though they've turned it into that. It's about the protection of the United States sovereignty. That's what it's about. It's a very simple concept. If we don't have a sovereign nation that has borders, we have no nation. And they're coming across and people are dying. If just but one person dies at the hand of a foreign national, a felon who's crossed our border illegally, that in itself is a national emergency. It's that simple for me. One person, and thousands have died, and thousands are dying. It's a horrible, horrendous, terrible emergency. And if you don't call it a national plague, I don't know what to call this epidemic. Every president has always wanted to. Dick Shiny Head Schumer wanted to protect the border. Nancy Pigalicious wanted to protect the border. They all did just a few years ago. But why have they turned coat and run the other way? Because they're more trying to protect their positions in Congress, because they want to continue making $150 to $200 million. They want to keep robber baron you and me. That's the only reason why they hate Trump. What have the demon crazies Dems done since they've been in Congress and had the House? They won the House. What have they done? What have they done for you? All they do is fight. And now they don't even care about our police agencies. They don't care about the moms and dads who have lost children, and the husbands who have lost wives, and wives who have lost husbands, and the police agencies. They don't care about the drugs coming over to this great nation. Look at, if you want to fix a dam, you got to plug the hole. You got to stop the leak. Then you can repair the dam. If you let the dam continue to leak, it will break. And then what do you got? What are you going to do when 100,000 people storm our border in Brownsville, Texas? You think we're going to be able to stop that? That kind of stuff is coming. If you just understand what's happening in the world. Dr. Bob does, because he's a world traveler. He moves with kings and potentates. I understand the world because I have a 4,500 book library, and I read and I study and I understand. And I've been in 43 nations myself. The world is a place that wants to take down America. Everybody wants to take down America. Why? Because we are the last shining city on God's blue-green earth. We are it, ladies and gentlemen. And if you allow the death from inside to grow in a viral cancerous way, we will rot like dry rot and fungus on wood. We'll be destroyed from the inside. How in anybody's right mind could you let a terrorist be in Congress? How in anybody's right mind an anti-Semite to be in Congress? How in anybody's right mind could you let an attorney who uses profanity against Donald Trump and is a Muslim Islamist be in government? How in anybody's right mind that you can have bug-eyed, buck-tooth Cortez, who doesn't know anything, in Congress? What is going on with the academic and educational thinking of our American people? We have been dumbified, stupefied, dumbed down for 58 years of my life. And now they want to let people come across the border? What if it was your mom or dad, your kid, your daughter, your grandson, your cousin, niece, nephew, uncle, aunt, friend, lover, significant other was murdered, killed, raped? What if it was that? Wouldn't that be a national emergency to you? Why do you have such no care attitude about somebody else's plight and somebody else's pain? What is wrong with you? Where is the compassion and the empathy and the understanding? Tell me, what was so bad about his speech? Please tell me. There's no collusion. 2 years, they got nothing because there's nothing ever been done. Believe me, if they had something, like when they had something on Nixon, they would have came at him. Believe me, if they had something, like they had something on Clinton, they would have came at him. It would have already been done. Come on, guys, use some common sense and logic. This is a ruse. This is a deceit, a deception, sleight of hand. This is a hoax. To distract you. Distract you. Look into my eyes. America is doing better now than in the last 20 years. Hey, it's on President Trump's watch. He gets the credit. Simple. So I don't understand. I don't understand where humanity in this country is gone. That you don't care about your neighbor. That you don't care about somebody that you don't know. What happened to the great values, ethics, morals, honor, respect, and accountability of the United States of America? What happened to that? My goodness. How can you rip babies at 9 months coming down the birth canal, chop their heads off, pull their arms off one by one, cut their bodies in quarters while in the womb coming down the birth canal, sever the neck and smash the head with a hammer? That's what they do. How could you do that? How could you allow that? How could any man in his right mind, how could any man in his right mind allow a child who is breathing, who is living, who is feeling, who is understanding, who sees, hears, and thinks, and reacts? How could any man, anywhere on the planet Earth, any man anywhere in this country allow that to happen to a child? Oh my goodness. How could you allow that to happen to a child? What if that was your child? What if your mom or dad allowed that to happen to you? I mean, have you no balls to stand up and face evil straight on with your sword and your shield and say, this is not going to happen on my watch? I'm not going to allow children to be murdered? Can you believe New York? California is going to do it too. I don't understand the liberalness. I don't understand the lunacy. Look at I deal on logic and common sense. I'm an independent conservative, yes. I vacillate from the Republican Party to the independent and conservative parties. I've never been a demon crazy. Never. But I don't understand how you can't fight evil. Evil at its essence. How can you allow somebody to be happy about when 25,000 jobs leave a community that they desperately need? Black folks and Puerto Ricans and Hispanic folks. And they desperately needed it in the Bronx. And Amazon split down, and Bezos said, because of that Cortez, because of the bug-eyed bozo. How could that be? How could you let people get in power like that? What's gone wrong here with the common sense? Man, don't get it. Just don't get it. I am the director of the Coalition Against Human Trafficking in Los Angeles. I got involved in that because I just got sick and tired of 12 and 13-year-old girls and boys that can't protect themselves, the children that can't protect themselves. They can't protect themselves against the evil people. They can't. I got tired of them being overwhelmed by evil intentions and evil actions. Somebody had to stand up in my community of Sun Valley and do something. And it wasn't just paperwork pushing and complaining to the police. Somebody had to get out there in people's faces. Somebody had to get out there and say, it stops now, and willing to put their life on the line. Someone has to confront the pimps and the human traffickers straight on with fire. Somebody had to do it, and that somebody was me. I'm not ego blasting here, but I'm telling the truth. We had a plight in our community for 100 years, and I just got sick and tired of it. In my late 40s, I said, that's it, I'm done. I'm done with it. Oh yeah, you complain to the police, the community complains and complains. Nothing ever gets done to the politicians and the news. Well, my friends, Smith and Wesson, who just happened to be 45 years old, decided that we need to go out and take care of business and confront the evil at all costs. So I did. Created marches, then got the community, the homeowners and the businesses, then the news media. I used them to shame the politicians and the police, LAPD, to shame them, shame them so bad that they had nothing else they could do but to save face. Got the churches involved. Passed out 100,000 flyers. Lectured, spoke, picketed, yelled, screamed, pounded my fist on the table, called names, pointed my finger at people, called them out, dared them to do something, called them cowards. And after 5 years, we cleaned it up. A collective power cleaned it up. And that problem is gone. Justice for kids. Justice for all. Don't understand how we can allow injustice perpetrated upon our children by drug cartels, drug pushers. Even if the kids want it, somebody has to stand up and say, no, you can't have it. We're going to stop the dam from leaking. We're going to stop the dam from leaking. We're not going to let it explode. We're not going to let the dam gush its giant water of evil into our country. We're not going to do that. And we're going to put our butts on the line and stand up and face evil. And either you're going to join us or you're not going to join us. And if you aren't, get the hell out of the way, because then you are nothing worse and nothing better but just another piece of crap in the way of doing something right. You are just as evil as the evil that we encounter. The wall isn't the get-all. The wall is a part of it. Satellites, cameras, infrared, sound, mules, DEA, off-road vehicles, patrol cars, drones, ranchers, activists, military. It's all part of it, of the process. But oh no, we hate Trump so bad, we don't care. We only care about our pocketbooks. Give me the money. Unbelievable. Unfriggin' believable. But it is believable in 2019, isn't it? Because you're seeing it right in front of you. You're seeing it right in front of you. And you're something here that I wish I never had to say. And then I'm going to move off this topic. But I'm going to say something here that I wish I never had to say to each and every one of you people who are fighting, protecting our nation's sovereignty. I'm going to say something to you here. I'm going to stay connected. We're going to stay connected, okay? Where there's no Wi-Fi, right? I got no Wi-Fi. So I pulled over. And I'm going to say something to you right now that I wish I never had to say. And I'm going to tell each, and this goes out to each and every one of you who are fighting Donald Trump's wall. You're not fighting him. You're not fighting the wall. You're fighting against the protection of the greatest nation that God ever created on his blue-green earth. Ever in the history of mankind. The most generous, protecting nation of the world, of peoples. The United States of America. We give our blood like no other. I'm going to say this. For each and every one of you. I'm sorry. But you're not going to understand until one of your children and one of your sons or daughters, grandsons, one of your family members dies at the hands of an illegal alien coming across the border, who has come across the border and reoffended many times or just once. Until they die, until an MS-13 member from Guatemala, El Salvador puts a bullet, rapes your daughter, and puts a bullet in her head and chops her up and grinds her in a meat grinder and puts her out in the damn desert for the buzzards to eat. And you find her bones. You're not going to understand, I guess, till it hits home. And how sad it has to go to that degree before half of America gets it. I pray to God Almighty that never happens to you. But if you're not willing to step up and do everything to protect this nation, then you are part of the problem. That's all President Trump is trying to do, is protect each and every one of you and me from what is happening in this national emergency. If but one person dies at the hand of a foreign national who's a felon crossing our border illegally, one person, that in itself simply is a national emergency. We don't need nobody else to help us kill our own people. We do it pretty good in our country, killing ourselves. One last thing. I wish you would do some history reading. I wish you would do some reading about what's really happening around the planet Earth outside of America. I really wish you would do some research about what Russia and China and India are up to. I wish you would do some reading about what Iraq is up to. I wish you would do some reading about what the other nations of this world are really up to and what they're trying to accomplish. I really wish you would see what the Vatican and how they're unifying with the Muslim ideology. I wish you would do some reading about the English monarchy. I wish you would do some reading about the Rothschilds and the Rockefellers and all of their lieutenants under that. I wish you would do some reading about what is about to happen in the world in terms of our economics, in terms of our way of living. In the next 25 years, America is not going to be anything that you can possibly imagine it to be. If you think today is interesting and different than 35 years ago, 25 years from now, is going to make the America that I grew up in look like something from the book of Genesis. I wish you would understand and really, really realize that there is a major push in the rest of the world for a one world government, a one world economy, and a one world religion, and a directed effort to depopulate the planet Earth, to keep a dark ages going. This is the age of the highest technology in the dark ages of the 21st century. They are hiding so much from you, the American public. So much. Right in front of you. Your eyes are wide, shut, open. Right. Wide, shut, open. Hey man, it's the Jesse T Show. Got to say what I got to say. Hey, it's just me, Jesse T. Can't help but being me, Jesse T. See ya. Be safe tonight. Have a great weekend.